I'm not sure who's in City Hall, or maybe the mayor's just made this the City Hall South location for the morning. But it's my great pleasure to welcome everyone here this morning. I'm Spiro Stathos, and we've got some exciting news. A lot of good things going to happen between the City of Hammond's Festival of the Lakes and the South Shore Convention and Visitors Authority. To get us kicked off, pleasure to introduce a friend of mine and our mayor of the city where our visitor center sits, and one of the great leaders, Mayor Tom McDermott Jr.
I want to say thanks for everybody coming out. First off, I'm proud to announce a new partnership between the South Shore Convention. Well, Spiro's going to be proud to announce it, but we had a meeting. Yeah, I shouldn't be proud to announce something on his behalf, but we had a meeting last week talking about how we could use the expertise at the South Shore Convention and Visitors Bureau to help expand and get more data on who's coming to our festival. And I know we, obviously with the sequester in Washington and the fact that we cannot have the Gary Air Show this year, I knew that there may be a little bit more time on the hands of people that are normally very busy during this time of year. So we approached Spiro's in South Shore, had an excellent meeting, and this press conference is as a result of that meeting. He has a lot of great ideas on how we could get a better idea about who's coming to the fest and try to increase the size of the crowds coming to the fest, and more importantly, increase the amount of sponsorship money we get to the fest. That's always a very sensitive issue. But this is the 10th annual Festival of the Lakes this year, and I'm just going to announce the lineup real quick before I turn it back to Spiro's. But he's going to talk more in detail about what they plan to do to help increase the technical aspects of the fest. But first off, on Wednesday, July 17th, we have Smokey Robinson. We have our opener offer out. I can't really announce the opener, but she plays a lot of acts for us in the festival. So I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Hopefully just keep our fingers crossed. Thursday, July 18th, we have Evolution, which is a Journey cover band, opening for Bruce in the USA, which is a Bruce Springsteen cover band. This is we're trying something different with Thursday this year. Like last year, we did the Led Zeppelin Symphony on Thursday. This year, we're going with 2 covers. Try to hit mainstream music, Journey, a lot of people like that. And this Bruce in the USA, I think this guy actually thinks he's Bruce Springsteen, but he looks a lot like him. They have a clearance, the whole thing. So I think you guys will like that. On Friday, July 19th, we have Better than Ezra opening for Lifehouse on the main stage that night. But also, this is an important day because we had the Festival of the Lakes Golf Scramble that tees off at 8 o'clock a.m. at the Las Marsh Golf Course. And we also have the Senior Citizens Day starting at noon that day. So it's a busy day on Friday, and it continues busy through the rest of the weekend. Saturday, July 20th starts off with the Fishing Derby, 8 o'clock a.m. So don't hit it too hard the night before. Kathy Pasalic Memorial 5K Run. We're working with Kathy's family. We're changing a lot of aspects of the race. Kathy always ran in the Festival 5K. We named it after her last year. This year, we're implementing even a lot more of our recommendations. So Kathy Pasalic Memorial 5K starts at 8 a.m. Special Persons Day starts at 10 o'clock a.m. This is all on Saturday, July 20th. And then that night, we have LL Cool J as our main stage act. Unofficially, I'm saying that's going to be our crazy night. I'm also very happy to announce that South Shore Convention and Visitors Bureau is going to be our main sponsor that night, which I think is going to be great for increasing awareness about Spiro's and his great organization. So Saturday, July 20th, LL Cool J. That's going to be, we're going to be pushing attendance records on that day. Sunday, July 21st, Hot Rod Bike and Custom Car Show is at noon. That takes place on the fairgrounds. All right. Festival Polka Party. If you like polka music, or people that like polka music, Milo, where are you? Here. We get 400 or 500 people to this every year?
Yes.
Every year, consistently. Who's the band there this year? Sorry to put you on the spot.
D Street Band.
The D Street Band? That's crazy. We got the E Street Band playing on Thursday and the D Street Band. So the polka D Street Band is playing. It is outstanding, and it's packed. It's at the marina. Always a good time. So try to stop by there. It starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st. And then Latin night, we have the original Banda El Limon playing Sunday, July 21st. I don't know a lot about Latin music, but from what I hear, this is an outstanding band. It's going to be a very, very packed night. So we're really happy about the fest this year. I'll point out we also have the children's stage going continuously. We have the beer garden, which is in the concert grounds. The carnival, which takes place with modern midways. Free pontoon rides and fireworks on Friday and Saturday night. So we've been doing the fest for 10 years now. We're looking to get our biggest crowd ever. But the reason we're here tonight is to thank Spiro's and the South Shore Convention and Visitors Bureau for helping us even get better at what we do already very well. So thank you very much.
I
I don't want to drag everybody too far into the weeds on some of the marketing mechanics we're going to do and some of the things that we're going to try to help out with, but special event promotion is one of the most important things any community can do. And special events like Festival of the Lakes, Pierogi Fest, we're feeling the $10 million loss this year of the air show to businesses out throughout the region. But in order to do those kinds of things better, the day of hanging a banner and asking, the Post-Tribune to sponsor, and Coca-Cola throws up a banner or Pepsi, that's not how it works. And the mayor has done a great job with his staff at his invitation for us to join and bring expertise in surveying, some old-fashioned license plate counting, using iPads and interns and getting people out there asking the survey questions will help us confirm or deny a number of things. One, are we advertising in the right place, or are we getting people in spite of our advertising to help drill down on that? Two, opening up an email dialogue with the tens of thousands of people that come to the fest will help us find out how we can sell more hotel rooms, how do we move them into the restaurants, how can we find out what shows they'd like to see so that we start to understand that. But most importantly is the demographic. And when you're making decisions, the most important thing and the most expensive thing that the mayor has to grapple with every year, just like we did with the air show, is the talent. And it's hugely expensive. Who comes to see these guys? What is their average income? If he's got two choices between spending $10,000 more on one act versus the other, can he make that decision with confidence because we know the demographic of that other person is going to be bringing more money and spend more time in the city? So we're excited, and we've been through this before with the air show. It is not unusual to dig into a very mature, successful event and take it to the next level with this kind of marketing data. Our staff is here, and we're very excited to do that. I know our Chief Technical Officer has been all over it this morning to do some research to make sure we've got all the right equipment that we're going to need, and we're asking the questions. But we're, again, I don't want to drag you into the minutia. Bottom line is there's very important data that will come out of this that I think is going to make the mayor and his event even more successful, and we're very pleased to be invited to do so, and we're very excited about the partnership. So with that, we're both available for questions. Is there anything that you wanted? Oh, one thing we wanted to talk about, sorry. One of the very exciting ways we're going to get people to cooperate and to create some excitement, and you want to come down and announce this? I think you should do this.
Oh, go ahead.
Is that we're going to ask the people at the show every night to come in and fill out a form, answer between about 8 and 10 questions, and win a chance to go backstage that night, take a picture with a performer. I think we're going to throw some restaurant food in there. We're going to throw t-shirts in. We're going to make it a really nice package for somebody who's right there and then in the crowd. And that'll help us get the data to start this dialogue with, and we're going to do that every night. So imagine if you come out just to see LL Cool J, and you're going to see our staff, both the city staff and the Convention and Visitor Authority staff, with a t-shirt saying, "See me, enter to win right now," and you get a package with $20 extra of beer tickets and t-shirts, and you get to go meet that person backstage that night. I think it's going to create a real buzz and a lot of excitement. And we're simply using the resources we already have available to us at a minimum cost to create some excitement and buzz and start that dialogue with our customers. So,
And Spiros brought something up earlier, and I thought it was important. I'm getting a lot of questions about the triple play this year, and this relates because he said, we got to really analyze when we're spending big money on talent, what's the right type of talent to bring to our festival. And to give you an idea, that we're competing with all new people this year. Fort Winds has the Hard Rock Cafe out there in New Buffalo. They are playing our triple play this year. Literally, Foreigner and Styx, not Cheap Trick. They're playing 2/3 of our triple play at Fort Winds, and it's like $70 tickets to go see them. We sold our ticket last year for $70 to see all 3 of them, if I remember the price correctly. But just because of this new competitor coming in and buying up our bands, it makes it more expensive for us to buy these same bands. We're fighting with Horseshoe. They usually back off during the fest, but we fight with Horseshoe for bands. We're fighting with the other casinos for bands, and I mean the price of the talent has gone up and up. So we need to make sure if we're going to spend a big amount of money on talent that it's going to draw the right crowd. So I'm really looking forward to getting this data. And we were talking to Spiro about how much data, how many people are going to be pulled per night, and you were saying a few 400. Like
at a minimum, we would do 400 or 500 a night, but we're expecting with that kind of response, I mean, we could likely get thousands a night because they want to get backstage. So,
and that's incredibly accurate, though. I mean, when they do national polls for political purposes, they could poll the entire country within a few points with like 500 or 600 people. So if we're pulling 500 or 600 people a night, we're going to get a really good, accurate representation of who's coming, from what states, how far are people driving to get there, why are they there? Are they there because of the town? Are they there because of the carnival? You know, what types of acts draw the best, you know? So anyway, I'm excited about this. And I want to thank the South Shore Convention and Visitors Bureau, because financially, you know, that's always the biggest part of the fest, is raising the money, and they've always been there for us from the very first year we've done it, and I appreciate that. So.
And it's important, I can't underscore enough, that once we start developing this data, we will be able to give the mayor very specific information to approach future sponsors with, so that now we're talking their language. And again, we went through this with the air show. We inherited a 6-year-old mature event run by the city of Gary, and we took it over the first year and we didn't know anything about it. We didn't know where the people were coming from, why they were coming, how often they've come. We didn't know the travel, I mean, we didn't know anything. And this will be, let me emphasize, an ongoing project for us. We're not gonna come up with all the answers in the first year. This is something that's going to be a long-term project, the two of us, to keep refining and gathering and creating that dialogue, which we believe will have pretty substantial impact to our digital marketing here at our organization, and help the city promote things like College Bound. I mean, have the people heard about that are coming? Do they even know? And if they respond saying they don't, hypothetically, then we got to take a look at, or the mayor will take a look at, and say our College Bound advertising isn't working. How do we change that? So I think from the leadership perspective that the mayor has to sit in, and the great things that are going on, we're going to find out a lot of really good information to help all of you in the city and the various things that you have to do and market and get that word out there. So we're incredibly excited. We think there's a lot of ramifications beyond Festival of the Lakes. Questions? Yes?
Typically, how long does it take once you've gathered the information? Because, okay, you got into the air show 6 years into it, and then how long before it finally became a well-oiled machine?
Well, a couple of different things here. One, we were operating the special event. I mean, we were running the whole thing A to Z. We're not doing that in this case.
Okay.
I mean, that's a very clear distinction. We're simply helping with marketing and PR and analysis. So, you know, it is a well-oiled machine. That's not an issue here. They do this year in and year out without us. What we're hoping to bring in is that next level of information that is clearly not in anybody's wheelhouse within the city employment. That's what we do, and that's why we exist. So I think we're going to get at that relatively quickly, because we're not going to be distracted by having to park cars and buy talent and you know, deal with permitting and all the things we do. So I think we'll get some really good information real quick first year, and our team turns it around basically within a week. When we're done, we've got information ready to go. So I can't emphasize enough, it is a well-oiled machine. They do a great job with it, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
We're looking at changing things, be it it's the 10th annual, you know, we want to take it to the next level, you know. I mean, I know from going through the crowd and talking to people, we get a lot of draw from outside, just, you know, from even outside Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio. We get even further reach than that. But most of the times when you get somebody from a Nebraska or something, they're coming because of that particular act that night. But that's the kind of stuff that we need to find out. Yeah, go ahead.
Will we be able to get the lineup that you were talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to you right after this.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? All right, thank you guys very much. And again, thank you to Spiros and the South Shore Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're looking forward to work. By the way, I would be remiss if I did not introduce my city council members that help, you know, make this possible. So I'd like to introduce Councilwoman at Large, Janet Finez. Thank you very much. Okay, I know Councilman 4th District Bill Emerson's in here someplace. I'm doing it quicker. Oh, Councilman Michael Picker. Yes, thank you very much, Councilman Picker. And Councilman at Large, Dan Spitali. Thank you. I'm usually really good at that. I apologize. I've always been supportive with the city council. Obviously, we couldn't do it without them, and we appreciate them coming out to show our support. So, thank you guys very much. Looking forward to seeing you at the festival this year. Thank you.